Hey, how's it going everyone? This is the Anime Man. Welcome to another episode of Joey Does Reviews. In this episode, I'm gonna be reviewing a series that a lot of you guys were requesting after I did my Kiss Sis review, which you can either click here or the link is in the description below. But yeah, this series is a little bit similar to Kiss Sis in the fact that it has to deal with sisters and love relationships and all that kind of shit. But this one is famous for a different reason. But today I'm going to be reviewing Yosuga no Sora. Now this series is quite interesting because it's a lot like Kiss Sis in the fact that if you love it, then you really love it. But if you hate it, you really fucking hate it. But before I get on with my opinions on what I think about Yosuga no Sora, let's start with the synopsis. Yosuga no Sora follows the story of Kasuga no Haruka and his sister Sora, who lost both their parents in a terrible accident, and thus decided to move away from the city to a rural area where they spend a summer with their grandfather. Now, although Haruka and Sora travel to their grandfather's place and seem a little bit unwary at first, after meeting people who live there and after interacting with all the people and mostly girls who live there, he slowly starts to remember times of his youth. And you know, summertime plus youth equals love relationships, and that's pretty much the synopsis. It's really simple. Now let's get on with the review. Now for one thing, this is a ecchi. It is slightly harem-ish, but it's a lot more romantic drama. And now, if you have an innocent mind of what you think romantic drama is, then I suggest you do not watch this video because, yeah, this can get to the level of softcore pornography at times. Like, if you think Kiss Sis was softcore pornography, then this is like actually softcore pornography because, yeah. They actually go through each of the arcs of the girls, much like in the format of a visual novel or an eroge. And yeah, usually when a anime series is based off an eroge, they just kind of end it with, you know, oh yeah, they, you know, decided to go out, you know, or at least a kiss, right? But no, Yosuga no Sora takes it all the way and actually shows them fucking. Yep, just shameless fucking. Now when I say shameless fucking, I mean like, you know, to a certain degree where they can actually show it on TV. Like, this is not a hentai. I'm just putting that out right now, guys. This is not a hentai because they do not show anything graphic. A lot of people assume Yosuga no Sora to be hentai, but those kinds of people usually are the people who haven't actually watched proper hentai. Like, if you watch proper hentai, you won't be able to call this hentai because proper hentai is way more fucked up. It is softcore pornography, and I definitely do not recommend it to minor viewers. Just saying. Like, it seems innocent at first when they actually go through the character development, but once they get to the end of each arc, which happens, I believe, every 3 or 4 episodes, maybe even more frequently towards the end, it is, yeah, I wouldn't watch this with my parents, let's just say that. Now, like I said at the start of this video concerning Yosuga no Sora, you either love it or you really hate it. Now, what do I think? I personally love it. Now, not because of the fucking softcore pornography, guys. Like, come on, I'm not that shallow. Trust me, I'm not that shallow. One of the many reasons why I think this series is actually pretty good is the deepness of the character development. Now, of course, synopsis-wise, this show isn't the most original. Like, we have seen, or I personally have seen a lot of series dealing with, you know, oh, the main protagonist, his parents were in an accident, or his parents are like away from the house and he decides to move to a rural area where he meets heaps of girls and blah blah blah. There's heaps of series like that. But I think the one key difference between Yosuga no Sora and other series like that is Yosuga no Sora goes really in depth into the character development, and not only that, but the character development of each of the characters, and not only the main protagonist, is really well suited to the theming of the entire series. While other series that delve into this kind of theming just kind of go like, yeah, there's the girl, here's the protagonist, they slowly talk to each other and start to understand each other, boom, they're together. Whereas with Yosuga no Sora, they actually go in depth with each of the characters, especially each of the girls' backstories, and they switch around the main protagonist's character development to suit that character and to suit that theme, which is usually very difficult to do, concerning that every 3 or 4 episodes the main protagonist goes with a different girl. But Yosuga no Sora manages to kind of really, you know, go into that kind of crevasse of the switch between arcs and make it seem really natural. Especially near the end of the series where multiple girls start to get involved in the same timeline. It gets really interesting, and it's almost like that right at the end they kind of meld not all the girls together, but most of the girls together to kind of create like this super arc kind of thing, which I guess is supposed to be like the true ending to the series. Now, of course, with every series, I always have to criticize it as long as it's not a 10 out of 10. Yosuga no Sora was a little bit awkward at times, I must say, especially like the final arc, which he goes out with. I don't want to say it since it's spoilers, but if you guys have seen it, then yeah, you know what happens at the end. Overall, I give Yosuga no Sora 7 out of 10 cat faces. I could have given it a little bit more if they added a little bit of a twist to the series, like in terms of synopsis, but unfortunately, since the synopsis is very similar to a lot of series, that's where I had to take down a few cat faces. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about Yosuga no Sora. If you have seen it, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And if you haven't seen Yosuga no Sora, would you like to watch it? Maybe you don't want to? Let me know all that shit in the comments below. And if you guys would like me to review an anime series, manga series, visual novel, light novel, just regular novel, just anything that has to do with the anime and manga community like you guys and me, then let me know any of that shit in the comments below and I'll definitely consider it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, freaking enjoy, subscribe for more banner. See you guys next video, whatever I make. Keep watching anime. Ciao!